So they tried to scam me. Right here is a bill for $739.01 from UPS. And it was a scam. So last week I went to my mailbox and found a letter from UPS. I thought probably some sort of advertising, something. I mean, I ship things all the time, not necessarily through UPS, but who knows. What I found was, when I opened it up, was a bill. A bill, the summary of charges, for $739.01, which, of course, anytime you get a bill for anything that you don't expect, it's a shock. But $739 seemed like a lot of money for a bill that I was unaware of. So, of course, I freaked out just a little bit, just for a moment, and said, okay, let's go look. What in the world could this possibly be? Well, if you look on the bill, it says what it's actually for. Here it says next day air residential surcharge, delivery area surcharge, fuel surcharge, and these are, it says here, dimensional weight adjustments. So it was like you ship something and you enter the wrong information for the size and weight, and therefore they had to readjust your charges to reflect the actual size and weight of the package. So I was like, all right, when was the last time I shipped anything with UPS? Well, I went back and looked. I haven't shipped anything from UPS since December of last year. So I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. When did it say that I had something delivered? Right here it says, delivery date was 02/22. So February 22nd. Was whenever this item was delivered. So I'm like, okay, let's look for any transactions. Did I ship anything around that time via UPS? Turns out, no, I didn't. I looked. eBay, Poshmark, everything. I went through my ShipStation, PayPal, everything. No trace of anything being shipped or paid to UPS in or around those dates whatsoever. Normally, I default to FedEx when I'm like shipping lots through eBay. So I was like, it's probably unlikely that I did UPS. I remember the last time I did UPS because I used UPS to do the shipping because I had an overcharge credit from ShipStation and PayPal. So I was like, all right, that's when I used it. I went back and looked at that, saw the delivery date for that lot that I sold, and nope, not even close to what this is. So I was like, all right, clearly something is really, really off because I have no record of any shipment that I made here. And it says it was shipped to, this is what's also interesting, to Oregon, to Roseburg, Oregon. Of course, the receiver has no name on their address here. So a little bit unusual. Actually, there's a lot unusual. So I was like, well, we got to talk to UPS. So went in, called UPS, and actually, for a little while, it was a little difficult because, of course, any major company like that doesn't really want to put you on the line with a representative. But finally, I figured out how to talk to a representative. Of course, if you're talking about paying your bill, they'll talk to you. So finally, got in touch with the representative, and I was like, "Hey, here's the bill. Here's the invoice number. Here's my account number." I didn't even know that I had an account, to be honest. I can't even recall making an account, which is concerning. So the representative actually was really helpful. So kudos to you, UPS, for having a very helpful representative. We went through the tracking, we went through the invoice number and all that stuff, the account number, and determined that my information was in there. My current address, my living address, my business name was in there. My name was all in there. So I was like, this is a bit strange. They do have my eBay account name, which is Bella Home Boutique, which is what we started out as years and years and years ago. So that tells me, at least to some degree, maybe they got my information through eBay. I don't really know. But they did determine that the shipment was made in California. So it shipped from California to Oregon, not from Missouri, where I live. So I was like, hey, I haven't been to California recently. I haven't shipped anything in California recently. And the representative was able to determine, hey, yeah, there's a card that was not on your file. It's not your name on the account. And that I forget the guy's name. It's like Wooser or something like that. He's like, do you recognize that name? I was like, nope, no clue who it is. Nothing like that at all. He's like, yeah, this appears like somehow they got into your account and were able to ship something using your account. And that's why I got the bill. So how did that happen? I really have no clue. Because again, I don't remember making a UPS account. So it's possible that he was able to get some vital information of mine, like business name and stuff like that, create a separate account with my address. I even looked back to see if it was anybody I had shipped stuff to in the past. I couldn't find anybody, but it, doesn't go back forever. So he used that information to then like ship something overnight. Now, how this worked is the reason why the guy didn't actually have to pay the full $740 or so at the UPS location was that he probably purchased a label for 2 overnight packages, but reduced the size of the package on the label. So like the weight, like a pound, and size like 4x4x4, which will be much cheaper than whatever this was because it was significantly heavier and larger than that. So he did that, and then when he paid for the label with his card, shipped it, took his card out of the account, and then because UPS has a billing department and they will bill you for overcharges or for adjustments and stuff, that adjustment came to me, and the guy got his overnight stuff for wicked cheap. So clearly a con. It's the representative said he is familiar that this kind of stuff does happen occasionally, or that he's aware of it. The fraud department also was aware that this is a more common situation. They advised that we go ahead and delete the account, which we did. Just delete the account altogether. If I need to make a new UPS account in the future, I will. But for now, just completely deleted it. Got rid of it. Don't even want to touch it. And so that's helpful. Got that out of the way. No more possibility of this. And they, to their credit, they took my word and looked at a few things and decided to go ahead and to delete the charge. So hopefully they have the guy's name and they can track him down and take care of him, because this is a nasty business practice. If you shipped often with UPS and you expected to see a bill maybe like this every once in a while, you may not realize that this was not your charge if you weren't looking at it, and you would be on the hook for $740. So if you use UPS, if you ship through UPS, if you even have an account, make sure that you go secure that account. Make sure that you don't have an account that's made in your name that you're not aware of. And then if you ever get a bill that you don't recognize, with charges you don't recognize, talk to UPS, because don't want to get strapped with this. Because if I just let it go, thinking maybe I missed something or whatever, and I didn't ever pay it, or I didn't see it, or ignored it. This they actually have, it says here, if the payment is late. It's kind of funny because I got this like on the 6th of April, and then I had till April 10th to pay it, or I got a 8% late fee charge, which would go for every month that it was late. So you don't want that racking up, because that would be awful. So watch out for scams out there, because they do exist. And this was a scam I wasn't aware of, but I'm glad I know about it, and hopefully you can avoid it yourself. So hopefully this helped you. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.